How about now? Can you hear me now? Now, hello, hello, hello. Yes or no? Okay. I didn't have my microphone plugged in all the way, sorry. Good to see you guys. Hey, Tommy from Krabi, Lee. How's everybody going? I just posted a little video this morning. It was kind of a trial video of something that I want to try with just something simple on how to do something in Thailand. I really, a lot of times when you try to explain something in Thailand, there's going to be a ton of different opinions. That's why mostly my videos are just about sharing our experiences here in Thailand and life in Thailand, how we show it through the camera. But when you try to share some facts or something, it gets kind of mixed up and screwy. So I want to do something simple. I can't find myself here on my day. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get here so I can see your guys' questions better. YouTube has got a new screen and it's so slow to try to get to anything. It's very difficult for me to find anything on the new YouTube platform. So, hey Lee, Doug, good to see you guys. Yeah, I was sore for about maybe 2 days after Songkran, but then I had to get back on the bike and get rid of my traveling physique. I did 135K yesterday, and then in a couple of days I plan on doing a little bit more. Why can't I find this on the screen? Yeah, but anyways, it's very hot right now. Today's gonna get what, 44? 44 degrees. Hey Steve, leaving Koh Chang. How is Koh Chang this time of year? I'm sure it's really, really busy. Hey Billy from Illinois. Okay, I finally found it. Okay. Now I can see you guys' questions. You guys had, Isaac said snow. A lot of people have been sending me pictures of snow. Beautiful pictures. Glad I'm not in it. Yeah, it's very hot. We've already had a couple of deaths here, people working out in the fields. I rode by some fields and they're just starting to work on them for the next season. I can't see how they do it, but they get out there real early. I took a trip, the last trip I made to Mukdahan, what my plan always is to get up early and ride back home, but I had a flat tire, so I got a little delayed, and then the sun came. I had to stop about every 10 kilometers to try to get cooled down. The next road trip, I'm going to be doing I'm going to try to do a more thorough update here pretty soon on what's happening, but I plan on taking the ladies down to, where are we going? Oh, Jantatburi again. So the ladies like to go down there and eat seafood and fruit and hang out by the beach. We may make a little trip to Rayong also. But anyway, it ought to be a fun trip. I think we're going to have a big group going down there. Then we have some people coming from, some friends coming from the U.S. during their summer break, and we're going to be doing some more traveling around then. Paige. Paige is working on some traveling music. I told her if I hear the Dang Mo song one more time, I'm going to just open the door in the truck and jump out. It's funny, every year during Songkran, they have like 5 songs that they just play over and over and over and over again. But yeah, it's fine. At least they're not playing a whole like rap. You know, one person's playing rap, country, heavy metal, like an international festival, like in the U.S. The real Farang. You getting a bass boat and getting some fishing on the river? No. I thought once about getting a boat, but it's too close to Laos to try to. I don't want to drift over there and get captured for some ransom money. But I really haven't had too much thought about. My phone's thirsty. Haven't had much thought about fishing. Too much traveling. Jerry Albin asked, how much is it to live? How much to live in that area average 1 year? My area? I don't know. You could easily live in Isan for about $1,000 a month, pretty easy. Can you get CBD oil in Thailand? They're working on that right now. They're going to pass a law. I'm pretty sure they're going to pass the law on that. Hey, Utah coming in May. Awesome. Timothy Lundy's heading to Houston next month. Anything I can do for you there? Yeah, you know, I get that asked a lot. That's pretty awesome. I've had some people send some pretty cool things. I had somebody send me a package in the mail the other day. But here's the thing, if you're sending stuff in Thailand, it can be hit with a heavy custom tax. If anything over $40 is on the front of the package, then I have to go to the post office and they'll just make up a fee. So yesterday, I got an awesome package of some caps and some shirts from Florida, but I had to pay 600 baht to go pick it up because I think he already had $50 on the front. On the page, has got her headphones in. On the package the other day, it said $50 for the customs tax. Yeah, it was like 50, so it was over the 40. So anyway, I don't know. I really don't need a whole lot. Paige well, not Paige, but the mafias love corn nuts. Never can get enough corn nuts. Yeah. Trent Ison, cool. Trying to follow video, got a crappy connection or something, round and round it goes. Yeah, just try to refresh your, my internet's pretty good this morning, so just try to refresh your browser. Pirilu, come to Taiwan, I'll show you around. We plan on making another trip to Taiwan someday soon, but I appreciate that. When you hear the update, you can let me know. I'll be glad to take you up on that. Greetings, Ewan. Nice to see you. Always wonderful comments from you. David, how's life in Thailand? David came and visited. I've had a lot of subscribers pop in. The other day, I think we had 5 groups all at once come in, which is pretty fun. But David is here, never left his home country, and is traveling around Thailand on his own. Very, very awesome. Anyway, I hope you're having a great time. He's checking out Cha'am. Steve Banfield, Konkan next week. It's hard to get a van or taxi out of town. Cannot rent a car. Right now it's still kind of the end of Songkran, but it should be okay right now. It should be no problem. Normally if you go to any bus station in any province, you'll be able to find that easily, but most places, especially Konkan, there's these little travel agency booths everywhere, and they usually can hook you up. BC, thanks for the beer. Appreciate that. Awesome. Actually, that'll buy 2 beers and a couple beers in Thailand. Thank you. I think. No, it'll buy one. It'll buy 1 big Leo. Mana, when will you be in Rayong again? Well, I just said a few minutes ago, at the end of the month, we are going to be going to Jantaburi, which is It's a little north. Wait, no, it's a little south. Wait. It's a little east, I think, of Rayong. Anyway, we'll be there. We may make a little trip, a day trip to have lunch or something in Rayong while we're there. But anyway, you can come down to Notime2bsad. Good. Happy Easter. Okay, thank you. Happy Easter to you guys too. Isan01, just gotta say thank you for all the videos. You're welcome. I got my yellow book in Nakhon Phanom and my Thai ID card and at the same place. I can avoid foreigner tickets. I can avoid foreigner ticket or hotel prices now. Very cool. I haven't, I was gonna get my ID card, but I have to get my, here in Thai Phanom is the only place I could get it. And the lady up there says I have to get my passport translated into Thai. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. You know, it's an American English passport. I don't know. I guess they want it in Thai, so I have to do that. But it's really been no big deal for me. I use my Thai driver's license pretty much to go anywhere. For me personally, I think the only benefit it would be is to not have to carry it on an airplane. But I still, you know, what if something happens and they want to see your visa? And, you know, you really should carry your passport when you're traveling anyway. So it really hasn't been I've used my Thai driver's license for just about everything because I never bring, when I ride my bike and go to different provinces and stay the night, I don't bring my passport. My Thai driver's license always works. Anyway, Hope, good to see you. Why don't you guys do live videos walking around like other expats do? Hulk has been one of my critics, especially when it comes to my eating habits. Thank you for that. Like I sit around and eat burgers all day. The main reason why I don't do that is for connection issues. I don't want to be bouncing back and forth, and it's really difficult to get like very few. Don't apologize, it's cool. I'm not offended. I think it's funny. But I get very few comments that pop up on the phone. And right now, if you see, I have a lot coming up, so I miss most of them. And trying to walk around and look at your phone, in this area, I'll probably fall in a sinkhole and slice my face open on a rusted piece of metal. So I'll just sit here. Fidelity, good to see you. Would you like to become a permanent resident of Thailand? No more 90-day report. You know, first you have to be able to speak Thai fluently and be able to converse of the day-to-day events and life in Thailand. So before I even consider that, I need to do that first. But I would love to do that. But one day, hopefully, I can apply. Trent, good to see you. Louis Angel asked how was my Songkran. I made a 3-day video in about 25 minutes the other day. So, you know, I asked you guys on a poll about length of videos and how many videos and all this, and anyway, with the conclusion, it's let me slow down a little bit and work more on my editing skills. I look back on some of my videos and man, I listen to people complain about them jerking around and moving all over the place, and it's difficult to watch some of those videos. So I'm trying to evolve better in the editing. I mean, I'm usually just carrying around a camera in a daze talking about Thailand and just, I don't know, that's just easy and how I like to do it. But now that I'm not posting every day, I'm able to work and try to cut down on some of the nonsense on the editing. But I know a lot of guys that have a lot of subscribers. They have a lot of fancy editing. They talk about the areas that they're at, and to me, I just want to show everyday life in Thailand. So my content's a little bit different. All right. I think I have a fan club here. Hang on a second. Hey, Ben, I'm doing a live stream. Okay. Ben. Come say hello. Ben has interrupted our live stream, so I'm asking him to come in and at least pop in and say hello. See if you guys remember Bent. Missy, thank you very much. Loves the vlogs. Thank you, Isan, for enjoying the content. Jordan, you do a very good work with the videos now. I mean, earlier too. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to evolve a little bit. Just me. You guys haven't noticed I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I look back at some of the old stuff. So, do you guys remember Bent the Viking? Bent. I've had a lot of people ask, where the hell is Bent?
Hello.
Where the hell is Bent?
I have been in Pattaya in Bangkok.
Oh, Pattaya and Bangkok, yeah.
So,
He's riding his bike right now. I know he came over here to ask me if I'm going to be riding.
no, just been out now.
But he's trying to get back. You're out of breath.
I cannot follow you anymore. I have no
It's
chance.
too hot out there. You got to ride early,
Absolutely
huh?
no chance. You are too fit for me. You know?
Oh no, I got my traveling physique right now. You're in really, really good shape. Way better than me. Way better than me. But anyway, Bent's back in town. Yeah, everybody was wondering where you at, but he's been just traveling around and enjoying life, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
That's what it's all about.
I am.
Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah,
again.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a nice day, all of you. Okay, see you later.
Okay, Ben.
Okay, bye-bye.
The Viking. Joan, no freshwater fishing. No, I haven't really had the urge to go fishing quite yet. I've been really busy. He just bought a new bike. I'm sure I'll get to show it to you one day. Thomas, thank you very much for the compliment, as always. Okay, let me see if I can say this. I'll be seeing you. Says, I've been learning so much from your videos. I admire how adorable you and Paige are. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for watching. See, I told you it was unedited and uncut. Paige is looking up new music, some traveling music. We have a customer. The Mafias went out of town overnight to a friend's house. Yeah, we opted out. But tomorrow is Sunday Fun Day. Tomorrow is actually my father-in-law's official birthday. We just went and had a huge birthday party in Pak Chong with all his buddies. They kind of get together every year. And yeah, it's fun to go hang out with them. I don't know if we're going to do it again next year. I've just seen everything there is to do in Khao Yai. And I don't know. It gets kind of boring after a while. But if they need me to transport a bunch of people, I'll do it again. But tomorrow we're gonna have another big party here at the house. I hope you guys aren't getting bored with the Sunday Fun Day, but we're gonna do it again tomorrow. AJ, it would have been nice to see me milk the cows. I really wanted to. I thought it would be fun, but man, the flies are just, it just takes all the fun out of everything for me. Mady, happy birthday. I'll let them know. Sam Jones, good to see you. Hello. Lee Neiman, the wife's asking about how many or how often people just pop in to see you. It seems like at least 3 times a week. Sometimes there's 3 a day. It really all depends. I'm gonna make a video on some things to do in Thap Phnom. I made a video a while back of what to do in Nakhon Phanom. So if you visit, most of the time they fly into Nakhon Phanom, or they take a bus from, you can get a bus to come directly here to Thap Phnom. But I want to do a video of some things to do in Thap Phnom, and there's not really too much to do in this area. It's good for about one night. If you come on the weekends, we've got a cool little market. But anyway, I don't know. I might do a video on things to do in Thap Phnom. Hey, Captain Moose from Lapuri. I'm working on my Thai accent, guy. You know, I get these, it's always the critics that have been here. They're probably teachers in Thailand. And I'm working on my tones. I'm trying to, here's the thing about speaking Thai, is if you can sing or carry a note, then you can do Thai pretty good. But if you're monotone like me, it's very difficult to adapt to trying to sound like another person, you know? So it's very important in Thailand to say the word properly. So that is my hugest obstacle right now. But really all that matters is that people understand what I'm saying. So Thai people. My critics on the internet, I could care less if they don't understand me anyway. Okay, I've got a lot of questions popping up. I do apologize for missing you. I'm talking too much, but yeah. Hey, Marty from Dallas. Marty, you made a comment this morning about I forgot what you had said. Anyway, I told you that there was probably a lot of Jews in Thailand since it's extremely cheap to live here. It was a joke, right? Paige. Huh? Oh yeah. This is one of the shirts that I got in the mail that we had to pay 600 baht in customs tax. And Paige immediately cut the sleeves off of it. It's hot. So I cut the sleeves off of mine too. Lewis says, I feel the tones. Tones are very difficult. Yeah, the tones are extremely difficult. It's not just the tone, you really have to have the accent right, because they don't understand you unless you sound like them. It's not fair. They can talk English like a Thai person or a Chinese person or a Mexican, and we understand what they're saying, but it's just not fair. And the critics out there, you know, hey, anybody who at least try, you know, these people might be teachers. I hope not, because, you know, you should try to help people more on at least attempting to try to speak the language. A lot of Thai people, they won't do it because they're afraid to get embarrassed. So don't be afraid of getting embarrassed. Just keep trying and trying and trying, and don't give up. I know after being here a couple years, it's really become easier for me to absorb the language and remember it. But remember this, and most important thing is you have to learn how to read and write Thai. That made my life so much easier. I know it sounds like an impossible task, but if I can do it, I promise you can definitely do it. I don't see why you don't want to, why anybody wouldn't want to come here, Marty, to be honest with you. Sam Jones has a question, Paige. She probably can't hear me because she's listening to the Dang Mo song. How come Paige is always slim and in good shape even though you guys eat a lot? Does she exercise? Paige. Somebody wants to know why you're so slim. Do you exercise? No. The food here really it doesn't stick to you like American food. I can't explain it. You just have to come here and try it. The beer sticks to you though. You can't get away from the beer. But It's so hot. A lot of times that fat comes out of your pores. I don't know. I can't explain it. I was 90 kilograms when I got home. Today I'm 86 kilograms. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So I can lose a lot of weight in just a matter of a week by slowing down my alcohol, beer content, cutting down on a big dinner, and then going on a few bike rides. And it does it for me. Curtis, can you recommend a good, inexpensive hotel in your area? What is inexpensive? Because everything here is inexpensive. There's a ton of places you can go on Google Maps and see a few of them here, or just show up and walk down the streets and you can find plenty on the river. But I always recommend a couple places, and you can look on Google Maps and find them. There's the Riverview Hotel. There's the White House that people have gone there and stayed. I think it's 500 baht for the Riverview and 400 below that. The Riverview Hotel goes up to about 1,000 baht, down to I think 7. But there's little cabins next to it that are about 500 to 600 baht. There's a place called Sisters down the street. You can see that on the internet. It's a very beautiful place. It's about 700 baht, so around $20 a night. But people always ask about places to stay in Thai Phnom, and there's way more here that are actually on the internet. But you can go to a live view of and walk down the street virtually through Google Maps and look yourself. But really, you don't. If there's not. The only time it's difficult is during our festival time to find a place to stay. I drug that on. Sorry, guys. I know you guys have a lot of... I'm not ignoring you. I go back sometimes and look at some of the comments and I see, I wish I could... That was a good question. I missed that. Sorry. Dude, sorry, boss. Sorry, boss. I probably screwed that up. Dude, Thais eat a lot of fried food. Yes, Thais eat a lot of fried food, and they use the cheapest oil that they can possibly find. But anyway, it hasn't really killed them much, I guess. Thai people do live a while, except for the men who like to drink and go full throttle. Why do they eat MSG a lot? Not a whole lot of places around here use a lot of MSG. Some of the stir fries they do, but I don't know. I don't really worry about that too much. I don't really want to get into that. I try not to be so picky about stuff because I like to be flexible, and it makes our lives easier to travel and get around and experience new things. My theory is as long as you don't do anything of the same thing excessively, you're okay. You got to have a balance. But that's just me. I think if you're really your system is weak and you've got to watch out for things, and yeah, you got to be careful what you eat. But I just rather just try to be well-rounded. I just had a thorough checkup, and everything was okay after living here and eating anything I could get my hands on in Thailand, so it hasn't affected me yet. Pamela, good to see you. In the future, can you share some of your cake recipes with us? That green one you made for the birthday cake you took to your friends looked beautiful and yummy. Thank you very much. I made a cooking with, in my playlist I have some little videos of cooking with kids. I have something called cotton cake. I think the particular one I made was strawberry seasoning, the Baitai seasoning, to make it the green one with the green food coloring. But I'd like to share some of the recipes with the cooking, but trying to get the information while I'm making the video is very difficult to do. Very difficult. Hey Steve, Mokpat, hello from California. Mary, good to see you, Mary. Georgian, I'm seriously thinking about Prachuap Khiri Khan after your videos. My Thai girlfriend and me for sure go there next trip. I really like the area. It's very quiet. I always recommend when you're moving to Thailand, don't call any place home at first. Just stay there for a few months and move around until you can find a place. But you can literally live like a gypsy in Thailand. If you like Chiang Mai but you don't like to smoke, then you can live there for a few months and then come down to the ocean or go to anywhere in Thailand. It's so easy and cheap to be able to float around like that. Jordan, when will we see your next bike ride? I'm thinking about going to Mukdahan. Well, I am going to go to Mukdahan next week, but I'm thinking about video, and it's very difficult to video on the bike rides. But I took you guys there one time before, but I want to show like a video more of some things to do in the Mukdahan area, more than just me riding around on my bicycle trying to find a hamburger. AJ, have you and Paige considered a road trip into Malaysia? No, not really. I haven't really thought about Malaysia, period. John.
Yeah, some old juice.
Oh, thank you. I have some, Paige brought me some old juice. I've never had it before. It tastes exactly like grapefruit juice. It's a little sour. Anyway, I just was going to answer a question and I missed it. No. How fast is your internet over there compared to Houston, Texas? Houston, we had AT&T. I paid extra money to get a higher speed, the highest value you could get. In Thailand, right here, my father-in-law keeps having to update his routers. We use TOT. I think there's a better one than that, but anyway, whatever, it works. But the internet in Thailand is the fastest I have ever seen anywhere. We traveled around the United States as I was videoing in a travel trailer using Wi-Fi in different places. And Thailand has been the best internet I have seen anywhere. Amazing fast speed. I can only compare it to America and a little bit of Canada, but it's very fast. Star Brother, how was your visit to Thai Stonehenge? What was your impression? It's a little one-day trip there. Very beautiful. There's so many beautiful things in Thailand. It has a nice little picnic area and a couple little things that were closed locally, little markets and stuff when we were there last. But it's worth going to see. It's over in, what's the name of that province? What's the name of the province where the Stonehenge? The Thai Stonehenge where we went? What is the name of that province? She forgot. You guys probably know. Philippines fun with JLB. Thank you. How are you? Even Dead Farang has moved to Philippines and given Thailand a flick. Hey, good for him. Awesome. I know a lot of people are having a difficult time being able to prove, or maybe not being able to prove, but feel like the restrictions or the guidelines are against them. So, awesome. Go where you're happy. Go if you're uncomfortable. Because me personally, if something happens in Thailand and whatever the scenario is makes me personally uncomfortable, then I'm out of here. I have an easy to find reset button. So whatever happens to me in my life, I can easily just move forward. I'm never moving backwards again, never. I have a reset, so whatever you feel like that makes you happy, whether it's the restrictions or the guidelines or you got to show money, then, I'm not going to argue the facts because we all have different reasonings that make us happy. And if he wants to move out of Thailand because of the immigration rules, then the problem is that nothing's perfect anywhere in the world. So, if you're that kind of person, it'll be difficult. Anyway, let's get off that subject. Country Devil, I would love to go there, but can't afford it right now. Had a bit of a hiccup. Sorry to hear that. Those things always happen. But, set yourself some goals. What I would say is come to Thailand, figure out what it's going to take you to live a decent life in Thailand, and then go home and put a plan together and work on that financial figure that it will take you to be able to come here and live stress-free. But problem is a lot of people let the what-ifs get to them, and the what-ifs never let them leave the door to come get on the airplane and go to Thailand. So, Charles, thank you very much for the donation of $35. I really appreciate that, sir. And all the time, your wonderful comments and the likes, I appreciate that. We'll go maybe I'll go take Paige out to dinner tonight on that. Thank you. Sam Jones, if I have money, I'll buy a house in Thailand. We really love it there, and you guys made Thai extra special. Love your positivity. Thank you. I've made a lot of comments about buying stuff in Thailand, about don't do it, especially condos. That's my own personal preference. But I will back up and say that if you are married to a Thai person, then definitely get a home base somewhere in Thailand for sure. Because really that's the only way you can buy anything in Thailand is if you're married to a Thai person. Patrick, yeah, we all pretty much know the rules on buying a home in Thailand. You can, however, there is a way to lease something through a business for 90 years if it's really something that you want to do. Jack, hey Chuck, can you do a live demo of how to eat a ham cheese toastie? I want to be sure I have all the technical aspects correct. I'm a smart ass too. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't waste like a minute and a half of your life. Country Devil says, got a plan going, negotiating with a trunking company to lease on some trucks, positive income, Jay, then investing as I can. It will happen eventually. I'll tell you, I made a lot of stories about what brought me here, just to kind of share with people so maybe they can be motivated and figure out a way on their own. But I had a 10-year, I was at the top of the level at an automotive shop, top level pay. I couldn't get any more at the place I worked at. And I had about a 10-year plan to move to Thailand, but I couldn't take it no more. All I could think about was Thailand. So I gambled. I liquidated the stuff I didn't need. I sold my bass boat. And then I emptied out my savings account while Paige worked to pay the bills so I could get a contract as an independent contractor. Anyway, I got the contract, and 10-year plan went to 3.5 years that pole vaulted me here to Thailand. And when you want something bad enough, you get it. And if it's meant to be, it seems like it just happens so easily. I was so stressed out about getting rid of my stuff. Well, if you watch some of my earlier videos, you can see how stressed I was. But it just happened so easy. It was just like, and my life has been so easy ever since that. It's really been an amazing life experience for me, making that decision and coming to Thailand. Samo. I asked you guys to share some thoughts on some ideas on some short little how-to videos. I've already got a list of them. I haven't checked, but I'm sure there's a lot more. But I usually just write stuff down when it comes to me. But I want to do stuff like how to use a butt gun in Thailand, how to deal with the heat, how to send packages to Thailand, how to get a Thai driver's license, how to find the best razor in Thailand, how to send money. Somebody said how to know if that's a dude. I thought that was funny. That'll be a nice offensive one. And driving in Thailand. So, yeah. Anyway, watch the video if you got something for me and leave a comment on the video. Yeah, Lee, I saw that, how to fix a flat tire on a bicycle. I saw that and I said, man, there's 1,000 videos on that. And I'd actually have to probably change it. I don't want to, but I have, maybe next time, like almost every trip, I'll put my video camera up. How to deal with the heat and use a butt gun, same. That's funny right there. Pamela Bellison, so the 800,000 baht that you have to have in Thai bank, is that per person or can that be for a married couple? That is per person, yes. And you also would have to show 65 or show 65,000 baht a month per person. Yes. On a retirement visa. I shared a video recently. Actually, it was my Q&A video. I left a link of a law office. You can contact this law office and he will give you the best route to take. You can chat with them online and they give you the best route to take to get you here to Thailand. And they're very helpful. I don't get anything from that law firm, but I like to share things that really work. I've had so much good feedback from the people that have used them. And yeah, I'll share something if it's good for you guys. Yeah, super duper. I mean, there's a lot of visas but she did mention the 800. But yeah, a marriage visa, if you're married to a Thai person, which I don't think she is 400. Old Slow Jim, thank you very, very, very much for that, sir. I really appreciate that. Okay. Ferenc Nemeth, can you talk about buying a car in there? It goes on your wife's name, ? And how much is the insurance per year? A lot of people have questions about me making videos or stuff, but if you type in buying a car or a car on my little search, you'll see I have a few videos on purchasing my vehicle, and I talk about insurance and stuff like that. But my personal scenario was to just get the vehicle put in my wife's name so that she could handle the taxes every year and the insurance. It's just easier. It's easier for me to just let it be in her name, because the problem in Thailand is that when you show up somewhere for legalities as a foreigner and you're not accompanied by a Thai person, sometimes things can get a little, confusing. But you don't, when you pay for your taxes and your registration, it automatically comes with basic insurance, but you have to pay tax depending on what kind of vehicle that you have. And but you can purchase additional insurance, which is what I did, which was a little over 20,000 baht for the year, which is a high-end insurance. And I found a broker in Bangkok when we got the vehicle. I found a broker and she handles my registration and my insurance for me. All I got to do is email her and she gets everything done. I wire her the money and she sends it in the mail. That law firm, I'm telling you, can do all this stuff for you too and get you a bank account. Lan King, Faran can own a vehicle, need a Thai immigration letter. I never said you couldn't, I just said what was easy for me was to let my wife do it. Yes, a foreigner can own a vehicle, can own a scooter in Thailand, 100% yes. And The problem, here's the thing, I don't live in Pattaya, I don't live in Bangkok, so it's not easy for me. So I'm only sharing my scenario, so yes, share yours too, but a lot of times when you're in an area that can deal with foreigners pretty easily, then you can do all these things. I was just saying you could use the law office as a liaison if you don't have a Thai spouse. Charles Cox, just had our 40th anniversary. Awesome, congratulations. Everything we own is in both of our names except our home, which her daddy gave to her. Very good. I had a nice conversation on, I always get these crazy people on older videos. They only do the crazy comments like way later on, talking about relationships in Thailand. You know, I don't remember which video it is, but he was talking to me about would never move to Thailand because you can't buy property, you know, and it's just wrong. And I was saying, well, you know, in the U.S., yeah, it's 50-50, but typically the women get the house, even if you don't own it, that you still got to make the payment. So, you know, what's the difference between anywhere in the world? If you're so worried about your money or your things, then don't do it. If that's what makes you happy is your possessions and your ability to hold on to your money, then don't talk about what other people like to do. It just makes you look like a fool. Outboard, good to see you. Sam Jones, would you consider coming to Japan again? Yes, we are going to go to Japan again. Japan was very awesome. There's a lot of things outside the city that we're going to do. Outboard says, for a married couple, is it possible that one person gets a retirement visa and the other a marriage visa? Yes, you can piggyback. Like I said, everybody's scenario is a little different, so I would check with the law office to find out what your options are. Super duper fools, yes, never invest more than you can walk away. I don't own anything that I'm worried about losing, except for my wife. But, you know, I don't worry about stuff like that. You can't take it with you. I don't know, I just try to use logic and common sense. So here's a scenario. So you marry some girl in Thailand, you buy a home with her, you own 49% of it, it doesn't work out. Or let's say you can own 50%. What are you going to do? Are you going to live in her village or her little small town in Thailand by yourself and kick her out where she has no money or no nothing on a house that costs you less than what it would cost you to buy a Toyota in your home country? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to be a dick in Thailand, you know? Don't ever do anything that you're afraid of losing, you know? Hardwired, hey, what's up? Rager, Barrister, love how candid you are with these idiots. You know, everybody's got a right to their opinion, and their opinion really is honestly how they feel or their experience in their life. And I love it when people share their scenario with me, but when they start to comment off that your opposite opinion, you're an idiot, then it just makes the whole conversation irrelevant, right? Just share your thoughts and opinions. But if somebody's sharing their thoughts, opinion, or experience, how can you argue with that? You have no idea what they've been through. It's all about being on the internet and typing, and it's stupid. I'm trying, and I've really learned to not. I always regret it when I want to say something sarcastic to somebody who's got such a negative opinion about something, but I regret it every time I do it. So I've got to stop. I've got to stop doing it. Lindsay Phillips, got the Sinsad paid now for the wedding ceremony. I have a lot of people send me personal messages every day, and quite a few about Sensad. But only thing I can share is all the experiences that people have told me through comments. And a lot of the stuff I share with you is, you guys got to understand, I got like maybe 500 a day, emails, Facebook, and YouTube a day of people sharing their experiences and questions. So it's a lot to take in. Hardwired, you don't trigger easily. I'm not, if I was offended easily, I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube, but I had this theory when I first started that I was going to be able to show Thailand in a positive way and make people see things differently. But I learned really quick that you can't change people from, some people think that their experience is just the way it is. And they had a bad experience, so they love to see other people have a bad experience because it just kind of makes them feel better. But I stopped giving in to those people to try to convince them that there's always another side to the story. Those people have to seek that for themselves. Joseph Carmichael, hey bud, I'm somewhat new to your channel. I've been watching a few months. How long have you been living in Thailand? How long have you been married? I made a video called just recently, and it's easy to find on my channel. It's called 20 Things About Me and Paige. It gives all the answers to that, but I'll answer it right here. I moved to Thailand in 2016 on Thanksgiving Day. So I've been here over 2 years now, and me and Paige got together in 2007, married a year after that. So about 11 years we've been actually married. And we married in the United States. Paige has spent most of her life in the United States of America, where I met her. I hope that answers your question. I have a lot more answers to 20 answers to a lot of the same stuff that's always asked, if you're interested in watching that. Sam Jones, you are happy and have a good heart, Chuck. Thank you very much. That's why I'm drawn to watching your channel. Ignore them. A lot of times I talk about somebody's comment because 90% of the people that watch my channel don't make any comments. So most of the time my reply is not for that person. It's just that somebody may have read that. It's like planting the seed, right? Somebody may have read this comment, and I want to share another side of my perspective, or other people want to also. That's a lot of times that's why I make the comments. I try not to get into an argument with somebody over the computer, This is pretty good stuff. Can you get international cable TV? Mario and B asked. Yeah, you can get any kind of, there's a ton of cable channels here in Thailand. You can watch anything you want. Huh? Paige is listening to music. I was answering a question. Can you get international TV on here in Thailand? Yeah. A Scotsman in Asia wants to know, do you think Paige will want to get a job?
No.
Why?
I'm tired.
She's retired. No. There's no sense in getting a job in Thailand. None.
Why?
I don't know, maybe you're bored. Maybe I can't entertain you enough. Yeah, did you see that? Jan Beck, hi Chuck. How did Paige come to the U.S.? Did she like the U.S.? Your channel is one of the best. Thank you very much. She went to the U.S. to go get a higher education. Her and her brother left. I think she got to the U.S. when she was 15, and her brother when he was like 11, I think, something like that. They went to go live with some distant relatives in Houston, Texas. She had a choice between America or Bangkok, and they chose America. What else? Some of the questions that I've answered so many times. I don't mind answering them. I just worry about everybody else going, oh, I've heard this 100 times. Curtis, great Songkran video. Thank you very much. What is the meaning of throwing water on people, and can you throw it? Yes, you can throw it on anybody, but it's really, I showed at the beginning of the videos where they were putting the water on the Buddhas, but it's all a ceremonial thing about New Year, good luck, stuff like that. But it's also the hottest time of the year, so it makes the water awesome, except when it's a tub full of ice. Yeah, Paige has a job meet. Here's one thing that you guys gotta know about Thai women. They're totally different than Western culture. They don't think anything like us at all. Paige will look at me like, are you stupid sometimes? I know she probably is thinking that, because in their minds they're like, why do you worry about this? Why are you even thinking about this? This hasn't happened. It's a long time, or whatever it is, So it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work for Western women. It's a lot of work for women in general. But I'm just saying, with Thai women, because of the cultural difference and the language difference, it's very difficult for them to take care of us and to accept us. And Paige does a great job of that. But I'm trying to adapt. I don't want her to change, but I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around everything, because that's how I am, Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Chuck, wow. That's your name? Cool. I saw people throwing water on cops and monks in Pattaya. Not very nice. It's open target. Now, it's not good to throw water on the monk's head. It's not polite, not the thing to do. A lot of foreigners just don't know, It's not like they give you a rule book of what to do in Songkran, and it gets a little out of control a lot of times. But the cops, hey, they're used to it. The ones here, they didn't mind too much. Some of them even stopped in front of the house so the kids could throw water on them. Experience the world and go global. Looking at retiring in Galveston in a few years. I can't wait. Thank you for sharing your trips. Galveston's a nice little quiet town. Preston, is Leo beer your favorite beer over there? I saw that you liked it in Phuket. Beer that is that the one that you want? Is that the one not as widely available? If it's not available, it's usually because they've run out, or I don't know what it is with like certain areas in Khon Kaen only sell Chang beer. You can't, but you can go across the street to the little store and get a Leo. I'm talking about like this big, they got a big market there that only sells Chang. But Leo is my favorite beer. Chang to me is a little bit more watered down. I like Leo. I don't like Singhai. It's got a weird aftertaste to it. I don't like it. That's just me personally. We don't have the same taste buds, so you probably might not like it at all. Thai Farang in Arizona. Hi Chuck, can you tell me what visa Paige has, being that she is a national citizen? And she has 2 visas. I'm sorry, she has 2 passports. She doesn't have a visa. She's an American citizen and a Thai national. So I know somebody's going to say something about, oh, in Thailand they're not allowed. And there's a lot of rules that are kind of not rules. But anyway, Paige has 2 passports, which many people in Thailand have, like Lao and Thai and Chinese and Thai and Vietnam. There's a lot. Jim, I was never able to find Leo in the United States. Never. The first time I ever saw it was when I came to Thailand. I know you can get tiger and you can get Singha and a few others, but somebody told me they could find Leo, but I don't remember where that was. Yeah, Red George, in Thailand, rules or suggestions. Everybody always, and it's always and I get it, because in the Western world, we have rules for everything, every single thing. And if they say this is the rule, then that's it. And that's how we're programmed. So, oh, you can't fly a drone. You can't do a video on Songkran. You can't do this. And every time I see that, I just laugh, because I live here and I say, man, there's so much crazy shit I see all day, and there's nobody to enforce anything. Where is the drone police? Where is the Songkran Thai video police? Where are all these people looking out to get me, you know? Give me a break with some of this stuff, you know? That is a never-ending conversation. Yeah, in Thailand, a lot of it is up to you. Just my main thing, I try to tell everybody, and this is the rule in Thailand from Thai people, don't do anything that affects somebody else in a negative way, especially Thai people. I know plenty of people here that work in schools that make money without a work permit. I know people that are vendors in the market without a work permit. But they don't cause problems for anybody else. And if they did, they would have to stop immediately. They wouldn't kick them out of the country. But that being said, if you're a dick and you are doing something bad, they will get you out of the country no matter what the hell you're doing. So just be a good person. Thank you very much, P. Koff. I'm sorry, you donated $2 and I can't even say your name right. I only get Singha here. I can't wait to try Leo. Yes. I never can find Leo. And I wasn't a fan of the Singha. The first time I drank it in the U.S., I was like, I hope they got better beer than this. Lindsay says you can get Leo in Australia. Yeah, that's because they're all drunk there in Australia, right? Just kidding. I'm from Texas. We're all alcoholics, right? Jeff Bowman says there is a place in Phoenix metro area that sells Leo, but we asked them to special order. Now it's on the shelf regular. Yeah, I don't think about it anymore, but I love Mexican beer. Me and Paige love Mexican beer. Modelo, Dos Equis, stuff like that. And I thought about going to the liquor store and seeing if they can ship it here. But when I found out how much it was to have stuff shipped from the U.S., I forget it. 300% tax. I'll just have to make a trip back home and just deal with what I have. But I do like the Leo. Uzi, you're like the nice version of a politically incorrect guy. I don't know what that means, but here's, we all have a we all have an opinion about something. But here's the crazy thing is people like to push their opinions on other people because they believe that what their experience is or whatever fact that they think is fact is that's it. We can't have a conversation. When I meet somebody that says, I'm just going to give you an example of something like, oh, I voted for Hillary Clinton. Oh, good for you. How's that going? Oh, I'm a Muslim. Oh, great. Good for you. Nice to meet you. I'm not, you know. Instead, it's like a lot of times, oh, I'm this or I'm that, and people want to disown you or argue with you and try to convert you into something like, oh, I ate a hamburger. Oh, well, you shouldn't eat red meat or beef, or you should look into. Why? Why? I would never do that to anybody. It just doesn't make sense to me, so I don't discuss it really. It irritates me more than anything that I can't share my opinion, that's all. But I would never convince you to be somebody else, you know. It doesn't make sense to me, so I don't talk about it. When people come in to meet me, a lot of times they want to talk politics, and that's fine. If you're face to face, then you can have a conversation, right? Tommy Jones, have you done on vaccinations you get on a regular basis? No, I don't. I don't know anybody, and I've met a lot of people that have had vaccinations coming into Thailand. Now, if your immune system is weak because of a problem that you have, then definitely recommend that. But I have really had no need for that. I guess, I don't know. Trent says, eat a burger and shut up. Yeah, you know, whenever you talk about dieting or juicing or food or anything, you open yourself up to a lot of people with different styles, you know, so. But really, common sense, I live in a place where they don't sell anything that's full-on food. So when I go out, maybe I crave a hamburger, you know. I can cook a really good hamburger if I want to, but to be honest with you, it's really all in fun. Make a video in search of the perfect steak. I'm just having a good time with it. That's all that really matters, right? Alaya Wai, is Thai steak beef good to eat, and do you barbecue there? You can buy really good beef. There's a place that sells Australian beef down the road. It doesn't taste like the corn-fed beef like back home. None of the beef here, but a lot of times people say, oh, it's buffalo. Buffaloes are more expensive in Thailand. I've seen more cows than anything in Thailand, but the problem is they're not really fed with a proper diet. If you gave a Thai person a steak, it would destroy it for you. Here's the thing on steak. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, live. Thai people make the best pork barbecue and chicken barbecue I've ever had anywhere in my life. They make a perfect little fire with these perfect wooden coals. They marinate the meat overnight and they put it on a stick and they sit it here and they flip it, and if it gets a little burn, they get a pair of scissors and they trim the black off, because Thai people think they're going to get cancer if they eat something charred. That's a Facebook thing. Anyway, what they'll do with the steak, because Thai people don't eat a lot of steak typically, but they'll get the steak, they'll pull it out of the freezer, stick it in the microwave, thaw it out, put a skillet on a burner, splash a little water on it, throw the steak on there, put a lid on it, look at it in a little bit and pop it up, and then they stick it on a plate. Maybe put some gravy on it and some mayonnaise. What the hell is that? Maybe they should learn how to not only cut a steak properly, but how to cook a steak. Who taught them how? And that place that we went to in Pak Chong where everybody's dressed up like a Texan, maybe they should actually go to Texas to learn how to. I don't know, I went on enough. I'm sorry. I get crazy when talking about the beef in Thailand. Anyway, how about opening a Buc-ee's in Thailand, Jack says. I'm not opening anything. I had a lot of ideas when I came to Thailand, but living here a short time, I figured out they're not going to work. I don't want to open up anything. I love waking up and knowing what am I going to do today. That's awesome. Mario and V, I think a lot of Thai people have become overweight, and diabetes will be a massive issue in the future. Everything is sugar, and soft drinks are a killer. No, it's already an issue. They started a campaign a few years ago. The new king loves bike riding. They started a campaign of really exercising. Thai people like to do things that are fashionable or in suit with what everybody else is doing. So they got all these nice little biker clothes and uniforms, and they have these running clubs, and they're really starting to get away from that now and trying to be more cautious, because they're looking around and going, holy crap, I'm fat. So I think they're starting to notice, and you'll see everybody with a little baggie of a liquid sugar. They love these little sugar drinks, and I've seen people get a bowl of soup and just dump a ton of sugar in there. But I think they don't eat a lot of carbohydrates like breads and stuff like that, so they're not as bad a shape as probably we are in the West, but it's coming. Robert Jones, did the 90-day immigration visa reporting go electron online, or did you still need to show up in the flesh? Yeah, I added that to a video, I think the next video, but it went through, but nobody looked at it to verify it and send me back a confirmation. So I was running out of time because we were going on a trip, so yeah, I had to go into town and get my 90-day stamp. So it didn't work. But then when I said that in a video, a bunch of people responded back and said, oh, I've done it the last 3 times and it's worked for me. So I don't know. It's easy for me just to go in there and get a stamp. She's not listening. She's got her. She's trying to get music on the computer, and she didn't have her. But if you can hear it on here, they can turn this video off because it's Thai music. So I asked her. She's like, "Give me a shitty look." And put her earphones in. I'm like, "You want to use mine?" "No, I got my own." Okay. Harry D. Coffey, do you think guns should be banned in the U.S.? Are you pro-guns? I'm pro-choice. I'm kind of an in-between guy. I don't believe the government should sit there and tell me what I can and can't have in life. Personally, I don't own a gun. I don't want a gun. I have nothing against people who want to protect themselves. However, there's a lot of problem with society in general with people. People are get crazy mad for stupid reasons. So I don't know, when you start taking stuff away, I don't know, a lot of people die from texting on their phones or killing other people because they're not paying attention. Should we ban that too? You know, I don't know. That's a tough question. Me personally, if you're asking my personal opinion, I don't think so. But I know there's a lot of countries, and I live in a country right now where it's almost impossible to own a gun, and I'm happy to be in that scenario right here. But we're talking about a whole different country. I don't think it will work. It's never going to happen in the United States anyway, so that's not even really worth even talking about. Sam Jones, you have the best in-laws. I'm always drooling when I see the foods you guys eat every time. The food is always spectacular, like better than any food I could buy at a restaurant outside of this home. And I'm usually the one that's eating it all. Don, how long have I been doing this video now? Holy crap, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Are you guys bored yet? When is the best time to go to Thailand? When the weather is coolest? Depends on, it never gets cool down south. Maybe a little bit here and there. It's hard to say, but it's the busiest time of the year, I'll tell you that, is December, January. But I like the rainy season personally, which is about June for me. Okay, Pamela, good night. Barry Mitchell, you need to go running with Paige. She's always full of energy. I can't run. I have a bad foot. I have an injury I got a while back when I was in the military. I want to run, I can't, but I have a piece of metal in my foot that causes my foot to swell when I have too much running. Sometimes when I'm walking it does too, but I really don't like to complain about my faults. But I love to run, but I can't. So the bike riding is all I can do. Preston, do you support any party in Thai politics? Hell no, I don't even care. What do I care? It's none of my business. Why do any Falangs even get involved in even thinking about that is beyond me. I mean, if it affects me in a negative way, then I'll just leave. But I don't. How do you follow something that you don't understand? First off, you don't speak the language. You can't pick up a newspaper and read the Thai. Only thing you can talk about is what some Pattaya news center talks about. Where did he get his stuff from? You know, you're just hearing opinions from people. And if I can't really understand the whole dynamics, it's none of my business, me personally. Asian expat, good to see you. In my Thai family, steak means pork. After 50 years of living in Thailand, I've never had a real good beef steak in Thailand. The kwai steak I had back in the 1960s was great. I've heard that too, that people used, when they were stationed over here, that they could get a gigantic, but they somehow knew how to slow cook it and how to make it taste good. I think they forgot. I think they went to the wrong country and learned how to butcher a steak. Ronnie, ever think about a vacation in America? We were just in America last year. I probably won't go back for a couple more years. I like to keep my driver's license updated, so we're going to go back when that expires, I think in 2021 or something like that. Tyler says trying to find your vlog in Kolipe about life, but I can't find it. I don't remember. Did you try typing that in our little search box? Or you could go, if it's a travel video, you can go to the travel video section on the homepage. But usually if you just type in something in the search box, a list of videos will come up. Trent, just can't wait to sit over there, actually get to see everyone. Hopefully go to local places and food and beer and just enjoy life. Yeah, that's pretty much says it all. Robert, where are you off to next? I know, hey Robert, good to see you. At the beginning of the video, I talked about taking the ladies down to Notime2bsad, again to the beach, which will be in a couple weeks, maybe less. Harry, did you come across many snakes in Thailand? Have you seen any cobras? I've seen one cobra, but a small one going across the road. I've seen a lot of them dead every time I ride my bike. But no, there was a little, I want to call it a garden snake. I know it's not. A little green snake that almost jumped in my head. It was up on top of the roof trying to get bird eggs, and I spooked it. But there's a lot more snakes that I encountered back home in Texas than in Thailand, but I don't really frequent the wooded area much. Good night, Jordan. I'm almost done with this video. I think I'm going to call it a day here soon. Paige is working on travel music, but she might be shopping now, I'm not sure. She does love Lazada, and Lazada loves her. John, what do you think about American politics? Does anyone in Thailand talk about it or care? Nobody really cares. A few people have asked me about Trump, Thai people. Most of the news here that Thai people, Thai people really could care less. Really ain't no sense in talking about it. What do I think about American politics? I think people are stupid in general. I think people are so divided. I think the country's done a really good job from the education system all the way to the government to putting people in a category. I personally think the first rule of war is to divide people, and then you can easily manipulate people and conquer them. So I think my political opinion about America is we can't talk about it. There's no sense. It's just a waste of time. Harry says he saw a python when I was near Krabi. I have not seen. Oh, I did. I saw one slither across the street about a year ago when we were driving down to Karat. It was like, holy crap. It was during a lot of rain, a flood. Hey, Viper from Singapore. Ben Scriber, good to see you. Fine rock and soul music from Saigon. Easy 7. If there's any kind of licensing on any music, I can't play it on my channel. No problem, John. I probably didn't answer your question. It's just my thought on everything is so divided, I think, on purpose. I think the real world in America doesn't think like the media portrays everybody really to be. They just like to show the negative side of everything. How can you manipulate people easier when they are divided? Well, my opinion is when you put people in a category and say, well, this group of people can't do something because of this, or this group needs special attention. My thought process is like the military, unfortunately. So in the military, we have all different kinds of people that have to do a particular job, okay? So we don't say that this person is of this color or sex or this, that you can't do this because these people, everybody does stuff together. And it seems like in the US, they like to say, well, you're poor, you're rich, you're black, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, you're what, they want to put why can't we just be Americans and fix problems for America instead of trying to take something to give to this? Because when you do all that, a lot of times you repress. It's like the kid that lives in your house and you're always paying and paying and paying. And then when he's 25 years old, you go, holy crap, why is this kid still in my house, you know? Because you make things easy for them. Why do they want to try, you know? So I think by putting somebody in a box and saying you can't do something because you're this type of person is control and manipulative. But that's just my opinion, okay? That doesn't amount to nothing but just my thought. You asked. Okay, Hugh, good night. I bored you to sleep. I bet Tom Hanks is your favorite actor. No, it's just a lot of people comment to me that compare me to him, so it's funny, I think. But he is a great actor. I wish they would stay out of politics, though, but he's a great actor. Yeah, Tom, that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I believe everybody should have an equal opportunity, and, you know, America has a lot to offer people. They should, it could be anything you want if you want to, in my opinion. It doesn't matter where you come from. And that's all I got to say about that. Hey, Tommy Jones, hey, you can renew your Texas driver's license online. You can't always. Sometimes they make you go in, but I think this year I can. But I'm going to try. I think you can try like a month or two before it expires. I have to look it up again, but I plan on trying to do it online, but I got to go back at some point. So, yeah. I did a video on how I met Paige. I think it was called How I Met My Thai Wife. I'd rather you watch the video. Right now it is about 36, 38 degrees. It's still kind of early. Lewis, Chuck, one quick question. Did you learn Thai from a course or a tutor? In my case, my stepson is my teacher. I went to school at a local place here in town and paid for one-on-one lessons for a little over 4 months. This is where I learned to read and write Thai. Booger, good to see you. Harry, my favorite dish is lap mo. I don't know when I'm going back to Vietnam. Anyway, guys, that's it. I've talked enough today. I just wanted to do a quick update online. I haven't done it in a while, to just say hello to you guys. And yeah, hello. You guys, especially in the United States, good night. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the wonderful comments. A lot of stuff going to happen here pretty soon. We've got a lot of trips planned this year. We're going to do a huge trip on the island of Go Chang and Go Kut. We're going to be spending a lot of time there this year. That, as of right now, is my favorite place to be. So we're going to hunker down there for a while and see what kind of fun we can have there. Anyway, guys, thanks for chatting with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Good night. Bye. Say goodbye. Bye. Good night, guys.